So good morning everyone. Today we're going to deal with the digital logic design course, and the concept which we are going to see is unit 3, and that is gate level minimization and combinational logic, in which you're going to see the gate level minimization. So gate level minimization is done with 3 techniques, and the technique that we are following is Karnaugh map. This is the second technique. So before starting the topic, I would like to tell you the prerequisites for the course. So what is the prerequisite for the course? Whenever any truth table is given to you, you can frame that a sum of product form as well or product of sum form. Okay, whenever a Boolean expression is given, or the Boolean function or Boolean formula, so when these are given, you have to be in a position to simplify it. For example, in the prerequisites, I think you people have already solved some of the problems of the Boolean expression that is given in SOP, that is sum of product form, and sum of product form is now simplified with the help of Boolean algebra. Okay, so there are 3 techniques. Number 1 technique, when the Boolean algebra is used, Boolean algebra makes use of rules, laws and theorems to simplify the Boolean expression. Okay, so this is the second technique, which is Karnaugh map, and the third technique is Queen-Mesclay tabulation method. Why these 3 techniques? When the Boolean expression has minimum number of variables, that is less than 3, then we go with the first technique, which is called Boolean algebra. And the second technique is you can have this Karnaugh map. Okay, Karnaugh map. And the third one, when the Karnaugh map is used when the variables are of the size which is 3 to 6. And if the Boolean variables are more than 6, then we go with Queen-Mesclay tabulation method. I repeat, number 1, that is Boolean algebra. Second, Karnaugh map. And third is Queen-Mesclay tabulation method. Okay, so now we'll see what is, so something like Karnaugh map. So when the Karnaugh map is there, you can see here, this is 2 variable Karnaugh map. Whenever there are 2 Boolean variables, then we can take this Karnaugh map. So now you can see that the Boolean expression which has 2 variables, something like A and B. So now you have seen the 2 variable Karnaugh map, how you are going to construct it. So here you can see these are 2 variables, the Boolean variables that are there in the Boolean expression. So this is how you are going to frame when there are 2 variables, and the number of cells that are there is represented by 2 power n. So n represents the number of variables, and the Karnaugh map is constructed in such a way that the cells represent on number of variables. So if n is equal to 2, something like 2 power 2, which is equal to 4 cells, and these 4 cells you can see here 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is how you are going to construct a Karnaugh map for 2 variables when the Boolean variables are 2 in number. For example, you consider 3 variables, that is 2 power 3, which is 8. So 8 cells are there, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 cells are there for the 3 variable Karnaugh map. So how to represent this is important. So here you can see this particular sequence is called gray code sequence. So gray code sequence, I hope that you people remember that there should be only 1 bit difference when you see side by side. That is like 0, 0, then you can see here 0, 1. So the change of bit is only 1. That is the second position, it is 0 to 1. And then from 0, 1, you have to write 1, 1, because that is what we call it as gray code sequence that we are following, or single chain change. Okay, so from 1, 1, you are going to write 1, 0. This is how you are going to construct a Karnaugh map for 3 variable map. Okay, and now coming to 4 variables map. So 2 power 4, which is equal to 16 cells. So you can see all the 16 cells over here, and this is how you are going to construct a Karnaugh map for 4 variables cell. Okay, so now while we are writing this, you can see here that these particular 16 cells will be there, and whenever the expression is given to you, whether it is in SOP or POS, that particular expression, using this Karnaugh map, you can simplify the expression. We'll see in the later sessions. But this is variable map, 2 variable map, and this is for 3 variable map, and this is for 4 variable map. Okay, so this is how you are going to draw. Right, now coming to, so now we are going to simplification of Boolean function. Boolean function can also call as Boolean expression. or Boolean formula or Boolean statement. So that particular Boolean function must be simplified using the Karnaugh map. As I told you that this is a second technique. Okay, so you can see here the Karnaugh map is an alternative way. For simplifying the logic circuits, because whenever we are designing any circuit, the hardware component has to be less and the cost also should be considered as a parameter to reduce it. So based on these two, we can say that using Karnaugh map we can simplify the Boolean function. So now you can see here, this is the first technique as I told you. The Boolean algebra. This is the first technique and this is the second technique. Okay, so this is technique number 1 and this is technique 2 in order to solve the Boolean functions. Okay, so you can see that instead of using Boolean algebra simplification techniques, you can also transfer the logic values that are zeros and ones from the Boolean statement or the truth table into Karnaugh map. So here in this particular cells, you can have either 0 or 1 or 0 or 1 based on the truth table or the Boolean function that is given as an input to you, right? So in the same way, even the arrangements of the zeros and ones. I hope that you people remember when to use 0 and when to use 1. Okay, whenever you are going to use 1, this we call it as SOP, that is sum of product form. So whenever there is 1, whenever you want to represent it with 0, then it is something like POS form. So product of sum and sum of product. I hope that these are the points that you have to see while updating the Karnaugh map. Okay, then this will directly leads to what is it? The simplification of Boolean statements. This is the ultimate objective for simplifying the Boolean function with Karnaugh map. Okay, right. Next, we'll go to the next part. So now you can see here, there are two variables. As I told you, the two variables, there are 4 cells. These are the cell positions. And now, for example, if you are using max term, which is something like POS form. So POS form, these are the ways of representing a particular cell with a value. Something like 0 and 0, right? So 0, 0, you're going to write A plus B, because POS form, you're going to use plus, which is OR gate. Okay, so these things already you'll be knowing it in the previous class. So this is how you are going to write it down. And now it is 0, 1, then it is called A bar, because generally in POS we are going to represent with in POS we are going to represent 0 and 1 with something like for this is for SOP and this is for POS, and here 1 and 0 is represented as complement and uncomplemented form. Uncomplemented form, but it is reverse. That is complement, so it is uncomplemented. This is complement form. So that is a reverse in SOP and POS. That is the reason why in SOP you are going to make 0, 0. That is A bar and B bar, because product you are going to take A bar and B bar. And the same way you can also write B. So this is A. So A and B bar. This is how you are going to place the min terms and max terms in the Karnaugh map. Is it clear? So this is the actual position. You can see that A0 and B0. This is A0, B0. And then A1 and B0. And A0, B1 and 1, 1. This is how the positions of the particular cells are done. Okay. Now coming to the 3 variable map. Okay, 3 variable map. So here also 3, so Boolean variables that we have taken, are 3 in number. So those are A, B, C. So these are the 3 variables that you have taken for the Boolean function. And now we are going to construct a Karnaugh map with 3 variables. So 3 variables, you can also write it in this way, or you can also write in such a way that you can write A, B, C here. This is also one way of representing it. So the Karnaugh map is written in such a way that A, B, C are the input Boolean variables in which you can have some data like this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and you can have an output. You can have an output which can be 1 or 0. So if it is 1, then it is represented in that particular cell. Okay, for example, I say here this is the sum of product form. This is the sum of product form. Now 0, 0, 0, all are in complement form. So 0, 0, 0 means all are in negation form. So A bar, B bar, C bar. So this is the cell that you have to point out, right? So this one is represented as an output. So that particular one is going to be written in that particular cell. So this is how, based on the truth table or the given SOP expression, you are going to fill the Karnaugh map. Okay, right? So this is the 4 variable. Generally, Karnaugh maps are generally used for 4 variables. Okay, 4, 5, 6, and 6 variables, Boolean variables are there. Then the best choice would be Karnaugh map. So here you can see, here you can see 4 variables are there. So 16 cells are there. You can see here, it is like AB and CD. And you know that you have to follow the gray code sequence, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. You have to remember this. And the same way here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So this is a pattern that you have to follow. This pattern is called gray code sequence. Gray code sequence, okay? Gray code sequence or single chain positioning system technique. Okay, now based on this, you can see the position number. This is 0, right? So 0, 0, 0, 0 is 0, right? In the same way, 0, 0 and 0, 1. So 0, 0, 0, 1 is position number 1 and 0, 0, 1, 1, that is 3. So based on this particular row and column, you are going to construct the positions of the cell. So you can see while constructing the 4 variable Karnaugh map, which is very important, this 0, 1, 2, 3. So from right side you can see 0, 1, 2, 3. In the same way 4, 5, 6, 7 and then 8, 9, 10, 11 based on these positions. Based on these positions, right? So this is how the cell positions are going to be written. So remember 8, 9, 10, 11, again 12, 13, 14, 15, because here 1, 1, 1, 1. So based on this 1, 1, you can see 1, 1, 1, 1. So it is 15 and the 15 is represented here. And now you can see something like 1, 1 and 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 0 is, the binary representation is 12. So this is the 12th cell for the Karnaugh map. So this is how you are going to construct a Karnaugh map. This is very important. I repeat, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is how a 4 variable Karnaugh map is represented, right? So now we shall see the concept of grouping cells. Okay, we shall see the concept of grouping cells. So now you can see here, this is a 4 by 4 Karnaugh map. Okay, so function is given a comma b comma c comma d is the Boolean expression that he has given. So the particular thing is a bar, b bar, c bar, d bar plus. Next, this particular location he has given, right? So this particular location is given as a bar b, c bar d plus. This particular location we are going to write. So based on the solution, we are constructing a question now. So plus a bar b c d and plus this particular one we are going to write. So it is a bar, you can see a bar and then b, and the column wise it is c d bar plus. So this one and this one, right? So first we'll go with this one. So that is AB CD bar plus, and the last term is this. So A B bar and then C bar D bar. This is a question that is given to you. Right? This is a Boolean function or the Boolean expression that is given to you, so you have to solve this. So in order to solve this, now he is going to write all the ones because it is in the form of SOP, that is sum of products, as you are aware of. So that particular ones are replaced in the Boolean, in the Karnaugh map, and now based on these particular positions of 1, we are going to construct some adjacent ones and all this. That is what we call it as grouping cells for simplification of Boolean function. Okay, so there are 3 types, that is 2 adjacent ones we call it as pair, and 4 adjacent one we call it as quad, and 8 adjacent ones we call it as octet. Okay, so these are the 3 different ways of collecting the adjacent ones. So you can see that the pair, you can see here the pair. So this particular pair you can see here, that is this particular 2 adjacent ones you can make it as a group. Okay, that is what we call it as pair. So one checking with the adjacent one, and then we can call it as a pair. And then for quad is grouping 4 number of ones. So here you can see in this particular diagram 4 number of ones are considered to be quad. And then for octet, that is 8 adjacent ones should be marked. So that particular 8 you can take this as an example. So since in this particular Karnaugh map all ones are there, you can consider this as 8. So that is called octet. Is it clear? Now for example, there is another phase like this also can be marked as 8. Can be 8, right? Because when you see a Karnaugh map, something like if this is a Karnaugh map, you can roll over like this, as well as you can also roll from left to right or top to bottom. So when you are rolling it, so this particular Karnaugh map, this particular phase is connected over this part. So whenever it is connected over this part, this can be framed as an octet. This can be framed as an octet. Okay, so this can be framed as an octet. Now you can see even this from the left, so it is like connected this side. So from left to right, it is getting connected. So as I told you, the Karnaugh map, so you can have a twist. So this is how you are going to construct a 8 adjacent ones, and this is called octet, right? So now, and one more thing, that while we are constructing the Karnaugh map and placing the ones based on the Boolean function that is given, if the pair is there, if the Boolean expression has some variables, whether it is 3 or 4, depending on that we will construct the Karnaugh map. If it is 2 variables, then 2 Karnaugh maps. So 3 variables means 3 level Karnaugh map, 4 level Karnaugh map. So now you can see that this pair will eliminate 1 variable. It can eliminate 1 variable. And now you can see this particular quad will eliminate 2 variables. And the octet will eliminate 3 variables. This is also important point to be remembered. For example, now here you can see if you are making this as a group, so this is called, as per the thing, it is 2 adjacent ones, that is called pair. So this particular pair you can group in such a way that, see here 1 and 1 will be there. So you can see here A is having difference, that is 0 1 and 1 1, 0 1 and 1 1. So A cannot be taken as a output, and B is common. So this one B we have written here, and then this particular 2 ones are having same CD bar. So this can be represented as B C D bar. So hope you got that point, how to construct a pair and the corresponding expression that you can generate, that is called that term. Okay, the terms you can generate. Right. So I hope that the point is clear. Pair, quad and octet, and then pair of ones, it will eliminate 1 variable. So you can see here this particular K map is having 4 variables. You can see it is having 4 variables, and now when you are generating it, it is having 3 variables, which means 1 variable is reduced. So this is this part. Okay, and next here you can see quad will eliminate 2 variables. Now you see this particular Karnaugh map, this is 3 variable. So X, Y and Z. So 3 variables are there, 3 Boolean variables are there. So here you can see he has constructed a quad here. So quad for 3 variables. So quad will generally remove 2 variables. That is why the reason this particular thing is Z, because you can see that it is 0 1, it is 0 1 and 1 1. So you can see whichever the Boolean expression is same, that is here you can see it is Z and it is Z. So the solution is Z. The solution is Z. So you have removed 2 variables and the final solution is Z. So for this particular Karnaugh map, the final simplified solution is Y is equal to Z. Y is equal to Z. Right? Right. So now we will see the simplification of sum of products. Okay, so this is important, sum of product expression, which is having min terms, So now to generalize this particular generalized procedure for this Boolean expression, to simplify it. So what is the procedure that we have to follow is, he has given 5 steps. Okay, 5 steps. The first one is plot K-map. So first check how many variables are there. Based on that, you take 3 variables or 4 variables or 2 variables map, and then place the ones in the corresponding cells. Okay, so when the expression is given to you, you will be placing 1 in the corresponding cells, and so all the ones are placed, and the rest out the cells will be replaced with zeros. The rest cells will be replaced with zeros, and then check for the adjacency ones. So adjacency ones, if it is any adjacency ones are there, then you can encircle those ones which are not adjacent to any other. These are called isolated ones. So this particular isolated ones cannot have any adjacency one near it. Okay, and then check for the ones which are adjacent to other ones and encircle them as pair, quads, and then octets. So if there is a possibility that there are a group of ones which can form as pair, quads, and octets, just group them. And this is how you have to do. And finally, the important point is the minimum number of groups must be formed. Okay, so this is the important criteria that we have to follow. The minimum number of groups must be followed. And next, combine this any pairs necessary. If any ones are left out, you can have another pair that can be formed as a group. Okay, and finally, the simplified expression is the summing of product terms of all the groups. So this is the 5 points agenda for simplifying the Boolean expression under sum of products, right? So now you can see, as I told you, that the Karnaugh map can be folded. Okay, so this particular thing will be telling you how the cell adjacency is going to work. Something like, if there is a position like 1 here, and there is a position like 1 here, right? So now you see, here I have written 1, and here I have written 1. So this particular 2 you can form as a pair. Are you getting it? In the same way, now for pair we have taken an example, and now we'll see something like, here it is 1, here it is 1, and here it is 1, and here it is 1. So since cell adjacency can be done, because I told you that the Karnaugh map can be folded. So this particular thing can be marked, these 2 and these 2. This can be called as quad. Okay, and something like, if I have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you can see here the third one is octant. So octant can be grouped, the number of ones 8 in number. So this particular thing can be done, grouping 8 adjacent ones as an octant. Okay, so this is how you are going to see cell adjacency. That is, in the diagram itself you can see that this particular position can be compared with this position, as well as this position can be compared with this position, right? So this is how Karnaugh map will check for the grouping of ones. Okay, next, this is the example of how to simplify this SOP, right? So now you can see here, this is the expression given. This is sum of products. So you can see product term, product term, product term, product term, product term, product term, and all you're adding it. So it is called sum of product term. Okay, so this expression is sum of product expression. Now you're going to construct a Karnaugh map. So as I already constructed it with the solutions and everything, now I'm going to tell you. So this particular thing, this is A bar, B, C bar, D bar, right? So this is the first term. So now when you're plotting it, because as per the rule, you have to plot it with 1. So this particular A bar, B, C bar, D bar. So A bar, B. So this is A bar, this is B, right? This is A bar, this is B. This is A bar, this is B. And next, C bar, D bar. So this is C bar, D bar, right? So this is C bar, D bar. So this particular position you have to mark 1. So I have marked 1, right? And the second term that you are going to take is A bar, B, C bar, D. So A bar, this is A bar, B. So the same one, and then C bar D. So C bar D is what? Here C bar D. So here we are marking with 1. You can see here 1, right? So now the third term I am going to take, that is AB C bar D. So AB is this one, A, B, and then C bar D bar, C bar D bar. So this particular position I am going to mark 1. And then the fourth term, because 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth term, AB C bar D. So AB is this one, C bar D is this one. So this one I marked in that particular Karnaugh map. And then A B bar. So you can see A B bar. So A B bar, then C bar D. So A B B bar C bar D, C bar D, that is C. This you can write it as C D bar, right? And this is C D, C D, right? Now you can see that particular position A B bar, that is this one, and C bar D, here this one is marked here. Are you getting it? Next, the last term, A bar B bar C D bar, A bar B bar C D bar. So A bar B bar is this one, A bar B bar, and C D bar. So C D bar is this one. So this is how you are going to plot 1, and the rest of the cells you are going to replace it with zeros. That is the step number 1, right? So 0, 0, 0, 0. The rest of the cells are replaced with zeros. Wherever there is 1, 1. And the rest of the places you are going to represent with zeros. So now you can see in this Karnaugh map, there are only few cells which are represented by 1 as per the given SOP expression. Is it clear? So the first statement is clear. Now you have to form the pairs. Pair or quad, or that is grouping of ones. Okay, grouping of ones. Now since the Karnaugh map is mapped with all ones, now we are going to check how many. First step is isolated one. So isolated one means you can see this particular one is not having any adjacency one, because horizontal or vertical, no one. In the same way, even if you overlap the Karnaugh map, here one, if it is there, then it can have an adjacency one. But this is called isolated one because it is not having any relationship with the adjacency one. So this is isolated one. Okay, so this is isolated one. Okay, this is isolated one. This one is isolated one. Isolated one. Okay, and now you can see here, as I have marked it with different colors, that these two ones can form as a pair, and now this particular 4 ones can be formed as a quad. Okay, so this particular cell adjacency, that is grouping of cells, has been done. So isolated one is there, pairing is there, quad is there. Is there any chance of octet? No octet, because 8 number of ones together will form as an octet. So 8 number of ones are not there. So we are going to leave octet. And now for this particular isolated one. So you can see this isolated one has A bar, B bar, and then C D bar. So this is how you are going to write the same color. I am going to represent it. So A B bar C D bar. Is it clear? A B bar C D bar. So this is how you are going to have an expression. Now for this particular pair, this pair 1 1, that is a pair. So pair means, as I told you, how many variables are reduced? Pair. So 1 variable is reduced because this is A B C D. So 4 variables are there, in which 1 variable is reduced because this is a pair. So for this particular 1 1, you can see here this A is same. So you can same A, and then here you can see this is C bar D. So that is the reason why you are going to replace it with A C bar D. And then this particular quad, okay, even the color matching will be there. So quad will eliminate 2 variables. So this is 4 variable Karnaugh map. So 2 variables are removed. So you can see here the thing is, here you can see in this particular 2 rows, this is common, right? This is common. This is common. And when you see vertical wise, row and column wise, for these 2, this is common. which means this is C bar, this is C bar, right? And this is B. So that is what B C bar, right? This is how you are going to simplify a question that is given, that the Boolean expression that is in SOP form. Now we are going to minimize it based on this, right? So this is example 1 for solving the problem. Clear? Right? So now we'll go to example 2. So again I have taken a SOP expression. So how many terms are there? Something like product terms. Product terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 number of ones will be placed in the Karnaugh map based on the positions, right? So you can see that here A bar, B bar, C, D bar. So A bar, B bar is A bar, B bar, C, D bar. So this is how I am placing 1. The first product term, the 1 is replaced in that particular cell. And the next one, A, B, C, D bar. So A, B is A, B and C, D bar. So C, D bar, the same way, C, D bar. So you can place 1 over here. So the second product term, 1 is placed over that Karnaugh map, right? So in the same way, all the product terms are replaced by ones in the particular Karnaugh map. So you can see 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here. Something like for this one, we'll see whether the product term exists or not. So here you can see for this one, you can say A, B bar, C bar, D bar. Is that a term there? A, B bar, A, B bar, C bar, D bar. So for this particular term, we placed 1 here. Okay. After placing all that, now we have to group the cells. You have to group the cells. So to group the cells, you can see here this particular one, 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 and this particular one. This particular ones, if you are going to Karnaugh map can be folded, as I told you, top to bottom or right to left. This particular 4 ones can make a quad. So this particular 4 ones will make a quad. So for that particular quad, I have made it a quad. And then we can see even these 4 ones. Now the markings that are done in blue. So for example, this one, this one, this one, this one. So you can see a blue marking. Even that we can frame it as quad. Okay. And then final quad is this one, because we have to find out, right, whether quads or pairs or octants exist or not. So this one, this one, this one, this one. So these 4 can be formed as a quad. So how many quads are there in the whole Karnaugh map? 3 quads are there. So for that 3 quads, you are going to have 3 solutions for the Karnaugh map, right? So for red, we'll see that 4 corners are 1. So we'll see 4 corners 1. How you got B bar, D bar? Because here you can see in these 2, what is a common variable? That is B. B bar, okay, because it is 0, represented with 0. So B bar. So that is the reason why I have written B bar dot in these two or these 2, which is a common term, that is here you can see which is the variable which is common, that is D in complemented form. That is why it is B bar, D bar. Clear? So that is the first group. And the second group that we have done is this particular group. Okay, this is the second group. The marking that is done in green, the quad which has been marked in green. So here this one, this one, this one, this one are forming a group. And now for these 2, for these 4 quad, we have to construct, right? So now again for this green group, we'll be checking what are the values. Here the common one is the common. See the commonality is here B bar is common. Sorry for green, right? So green this particular row and this particular row you are going to check, and B bar is common, and when you compare these two, which is column, these two, then for this one is common, right? That is C. So that is the reason why it is B bar C. This is the second term. And now the last one, which is marked in purple, that is forming a group, a quad group. And now you can see in this particular group, these two you are going to check which is common, in which this is common, and for these two, because this is shared, right? So for these two, which is common, that is D bar is common. That is the reason why we call it as A D bar. This is how you have simplified the expression using the expression, right? This is a complex expression which is in SOP form, and now this is a simplified SOP form, right? So this is how you are going to solve all the Karnaugh maps, right? So now this is another way of representing a question. Here you can see min terms, right? Min terms M0, M1, M4, M8, M9, M10. So these are like positions of that particular positions that are there in the Karnaugh map. So directly you can now point out 1 in the corresponding location. So M0, so 0th cell you have to represent with 1, and then 1, here 1, and then M4, so here I have marked 4, and 8 cell is marked 1, and then 9th cell is marked 1, and then 10th cell is marked 1. So this is how markings are done. So ones are replaced and the other ones are all zeros. So I have not represented it actually, but you can also write it zeros on all the remaining terms. But now these ones I am going to check whether pairs exist or quads exist or octet exist. So you can see here this particular thing, these two can be grouped as a pair, right? These two can be grouped as a pair. In the same way, even these green, that is the corner ones, can be grouped as a pair. And now this one be grouped as a quad, okay? So now you understood. So this is, right? So this is a pair, this is a quad, and this is again a pair. So 2 pairs and 1 quad, okay? 2 pairs and 1 quad. So for this red, that is group 1, which is pair. So this is a 4 variable Karnaugh map, A, B, C, D. So since it is pair means it will reduce only 1 variable. So we'll see which variable is reduced. So here in this particular pair, these two can be compared. So when you are comparing these two, so A bar is common, B is having a change, so we'll neglect B. So A bar, and in this particular 2 values you can see that C bar, D bar are common. That is the reason why we say A bar, C bar, D bar. So that is the first term that we have simplified, right? So for this pair it is completed. Now this pair we'll see, okay? This pair we'll see for the green pair, right? So green pair, you can see here this one. So we are comparing the extreme end ones into a group, and now for that particular group you can see that A, B bar is common, but when you compare these two, which are the column ones, you can see that D bar is common, right? That is the reason why we framed this as, I think there is a color mismatch is done. So it is A, B bar, D bar. So this is the expression for this particular green one, okay? And since there is a color mismatch, it's a bit confusion. Now finally we are having a quad. Okay? So quad. So this one, and this one are framing a quad. So in that quad, you can see, so this row wise, you are comparing these two, in which B bar is common, and when you are comparing column, C bar is common. So that is the reason why it is B bar, C bar. Okay. So this is how we have solved the given SOP expression into simplified expression, right, using Karnaugh map, right? And next, so now you the last concept that we are going to see is product of sum expression. So we have seen sum of product, and now we are going to see product of sum expressions. Okay, so in the same applies, the cell adjacency applies the same rule, so it's okay. Now in product of sum, the thing is, instead of ones, we are replacing it with zeros. This is an important rule that you have to do. So the rest of the cells you have to fill with 1. This is rule number 1. So next we check for adjacency zeros. There we have checked for adjacency ones, but here we are checking for adjacency zeros, right? And then the same way, pair you have to check, quads we have to check, octants you have to check in the given Karnaugh map. And finally, if any zeros are left out, they can be grouped. And then these two are different with when you compare with sum of products. Okay, so now when you are deriving a simplified expression, we say that this particular SOP expression is negation of f. Because this is SOP, we say it negation of f. So you want to simplify it and get product of sum to product of sum. So we have to use De Morgan's theorem on this particular f bar to get the expression, simplified expression in POS form. Clear? So these are the rules that you have to follow. There 5 rules, but here sixth rule. Sixth rule is using De Morgan's law, you can get back POS form, right? So this is the last topic that we have to cover. There product of sum, here product of sum, there sum of products. Okay. So now we'll see with an example. So this is the last example. With this, the topic is over. So there min terms in sum of products. In SOP, we generally say min terms. In SOP, we call min terms and represented with small m. But in POS, it is represented in capital M. So this particular capital M represents the given expression, given Boolean expression is in product of sum form. So even for this, you are going to write A, B, C, D and construct a Karnaugh map. But here, instead of ones, you are going to replace it with zeros. Instead of ones, you are going to replace it with zeros. So you can see that the position M0. So 0th position, I have marked 0. And then M2. So 2 is here. I marked 0. 3, right? And then 8. So where is 8? 8 is here. Then 9. Then 12. Then 13. Then 15. So I have marked all the zeros, and the rest of the places you have to mark it with 1. Something like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The leftover cells you have to mark it with 1. Right? So now the same rule is applied over here. Quads, octets, pairs. You have to check for that. Right? So now you can see this particular 4 zeros can be considered as a quad. So this particular group is a quad. Right? And then this is a pair. These two you can form it as a pair, and these two you can form it as a pair, and these two also you can form it as a pair. So how many pairs you have formed in this particular Karnaugh map, which is having the expression POS form? So we see pairs are number 1 in gray color, number 2 in green color, number 3 that is a pair in purple color. So 3 pairs and 1 quad which is in red. Okay, 1 quad which is in red. So is it clear? So now we'll see how you are going to frame the particular expression, right? For this particular pair, you have generated this, ABD. So how? So you can see AB is common for both the pairs, and now while you are comparing the columns, 1 is common, so that is D. So that is the reason why A, B and this particular D. Is it clear? So this is how you are going to generate the first term, right? And the next one, and the next one, right? Next one we see that the other pair is in green, which is, this is another group, which is a pair group, and 0, 0. So you can see the row, both A bar and B bar is common for that pair, and you can see the column C is common, D is different. That is the reason why we say A bar, B bar and C. So this is how you are going to frame A bar, B bar and C. And finally, we will go with the cement color, that is the quite opposite zeros. That is also considered as pair, right? That is also considered as pair. So we'll see how he has constructed it. So for these two, this both are common. But this particular column, these two must be checked, in which 0 is a common one, that is D bar, right? So D bar, here also D bar. So the reason that the expression or the term that you have finalized is A bar, B bar, D bar, because A bar, B bar and D bar, right? So now, and finally, we'll go with the quad, which is having 4 zeros. So that particular quad, you can see these two you have to compare, as well as these two you have to compare. So in which, tell me, which of the variables are common? That is A in uncomplemented form is common. So we write A, and then in the columns you can see C bar, C bar. So that is the reason why AC bar, right? And also, as the rule says that quad will remove two variables. So in this particular term, you have removed two variables. So this is how you are going to solve the SOP as well as POS forms. Clear? Thank you. This is the end of the session. Thank you.